Happy Thursday, everybody. I hope that you are having a good week so far, and thank you for joining me. Today is a short episode. I am just running out of time. I don't have hardly any time to do anything this week. It's been a little busy. So, however, I was on Facebook or on YouTube, my bad. I was on YouTube and I came across this video and it was about Kellyanne Conway and her daughter Claudia, which, by the way, if you did not know, her daughter Claudia Conway was on American Idol. She has since then been booted off. But apparently there were some issues between Kellyanne and Claudia. I was unaware of this. Apparently the media was supposedly, by what the video said, that media was covering it, but I never saw one single word about this until I saw this video. So, I have a few articles. I don't know, they could be all different views from different sides. Let's just see what happens. I did see some video clips, and um, we'll see if I can find any. But let's read. So, this is from NikkiSwift.com. The Untold Truth of Kellyanne Conway's Daughter by Anna Papachristos. Wonderful. Okay. It's not unusual for children to disagree with their parents, and members of Gen Z have taken to social media to express their dissent when it comes to politics. Many are too young to vote, but they haven't let their age stop them from influencing those who can impact the 2020 presidential election. So this was written on July 7th, 2020. Okay. Claudia Conway is growing up in a notoriously conservative household. However, like her father, George T. Conway III, this teen isn't afraid to express her anti-Trump political views. Claudia, a self-proclaimed leftist and activist, skyrocketed to fame in June 2020 after journalist Taylor Lorenz tweeted about the young activist's outspoken nature. Now with tens of thousands of followers and counting, the teen plans to use her growing platform to educate and inform. I know a lot of my friends I know a lot of my friends are so informed, and I think they wouldn't be if it weren't for social media, which is why I think using one's platform for good and for the education of others is so important, especially in our day. It's 2020. Everyone should get on board, especially Gen Z. We should all educate ourselves and spread love any way we can because our world is so filled with hate. There's no room for any more. Um, So obviously, we know that her mom is conservative. Claudia is not. Um, she says, growing up when your mom is Kellyanne Conway, it's really hard to disassociate yourself with that image because people look at me and are like, oh, that's Kellyanne Conway's daughter. She must love Trump. In reality, I really don't, she said, per Insider. In fact, Claudia noted that her views and those of her infamous mother could not be more opposite. But that doesn't mean she harbors any negative feelings toward her conservative parents. Believe it or not, you can have your own opinions not influenced by your parents at all simply by educating yourself. My views don't have anything to do with my mom. But just please, no hate to my mom or my dad. They're both amazing people, and I love them so much. Okay, so this is this picture that you get of Kellyanne Conway and her daughter Claudia. But Claudia came out with abuse accusations against Kellyanne. Now, these videos that I saw, it was Claudia was on FaceTime with someone who was recording it, or other ones were TikTok, and they were in an argument. Um, Now, based on the voice, it did sound like Kellyanne, but I didn't see a face. So it could have not been her. I don't know. But based on the voice, it did sound like her. So I'm just going to say, allegedly, it was Kellyanne on the other end of the phone that we couldn't see. but she did call her the B word, and um, she called her several names. She said to her, if you only knew what people were actually thought about you. She told her she was unstable because she had been admitted into the hospital 3 times for anxiety and panic attacks. Um, Threw stuff at her. Not very, told her she wanted her out. Not very motherly things to be saying to your child, even if you're arguing. So this article is from MSN.com, and this is by Renee Fabian, and this is January 27th of 2021. Claudia Conway, okay, we're not going to read that because we know who she is. So on Monday, a topless picture of Claudia was posted as a disappearing fleet on Kellyanne's Twitter account. While it was quickly removed, internet users sent screenshots of the post on Kellyanne's account and sent it to Claudia. In a now deleted TikTok, according to other news outlets, Claudia said the photo was real. She expressed dismay it was posted, but she suggested it wasn't intentional on her mother's part. I saw this video as well where she said she was going to take a break from social media, that things that are said in the heat of the moment, they don't mean anything, that she did not believe that her mother intentionally or anyone, and maybe it was just an accident that picture got posted. But then there's also a video where Claudia is FaceTiming with Tana Mojo. If you don't know who that is, she's a horrible person on YouTube. And Tana was filming her phone while she was FaceTiming with Claudia. And Claudia accuses Kellyanne of posting the photo, or at least having possession of the photo, saying that her mother took her phone from her. The picture was on there, so Kellyanne took a photo of the photo. She used her phone to take a picture of the photo and was in possession of that on her phone, which I guess is technically considered child porn. I'm not sure. So this is what's going on. Okay. Now, it says, I'm assuming my mom took a picture of it to use against me one day and then somebody hacked her or something. Claudia said. In a later TikTok, Claudia said she didn't believe her mother posted the topless photo. It's more likely she was hacked, which is what Kellyanne was saying. Regardless, according to the New York Post, New Jersey police are now investigating. Sharing a topless photo of a teenager is child pornography, now referred to by advocates as child sexual abuse material, or CSAM. As you see this story circulating around your social media feeds, here are 3 things to keep in mind about Claudia's situation and any traumatic relationship with a parent. Number 1, you can love your parents and they have no right to abuse you. So Claudia has been in the news several times over the last year for her outspoken criticism of her mother's political views and accusations of abuse. In August, Claudia announced she wanted to emancipate from her parents due to years of childhood trauma and abuse. Other now deleted video clips Claudia shared on TikTok allegedly show Kellyanne shouting insults at her daughter. That's what I was talking about. While these clips haven't been verified, the point is the same. No parent has the right to verbally again, or physically abuse a child. And yes, an outspoken 16-year-old is still a child. For any childhood abuse survivor, remember it's not your fault. You didn't deserve to be hurt. Okay, number 2, it's difficult to process abuse and trauma while it's happening. Claudia's accusations against her mother have been numerous and sometimes contradictory. Claudia has later clarified something she said or changed her mind. Some people are calling Claudia out for attention seeking, quote unquote, or being a quote unquote liar. These accusations are unfair and hurtful. When you're in a place of high emotional intensity or your fight, flight, freeze survival response, I never heard of it called that. It's fight or flight response. Um, it's hard to process information. Humans are wired this way. Emotions override the thinking, rational part of our brain when we feel threatened. That's why many people may not be in a place to start processing their past until years later. Making sense of trauma while you're still in it, or even understanding how best to cope, is almost impossible. Claudia has added scrutiny of doing so publicly with a famous mother and a watchful internet army. It makes sense that Claudia's feelings and thoughts shift about what she's going through. And number 3, another person's trauma isn't entertainment. Okay, yeah, we understand that. Okay. Um, this here is from Vox. I don't really think that they are very reliable, but I was curious to see what their article said. And this is by Rebecca Jennings and Kellyanne and Claudia Conway's very complicated, very public relationship explained. So here is some TikTok chats. Um, It says, it's scary how this woman held the position as one of the most powerful women in this country. Like, for context, I didn't even do anything. I was literally dying with COVID. This isn't even bad, which is why I'm sharing. I think it's hilarious, but I have hundreds of videos. I'm so calm. I just don't react anymore. I believe this is the video that I was watching when she called her the B word. So, of course, we know about the nude photos and everything like that. Um, Despite an immediate outcry of support and help for Claudia, including a viral call to send a tip to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, and hashtags like hashtag save Claudia Conway and hashtag justice for Claudia, Claudia again turned to TikTok to send what she says is a final message on Tuesday morning. She said, quote, I shouldn't have made this all public. Please do me a favor and stop spreading it because it hurts me more than it helps me. Addressing past videos in which she had said that if she ever disavowed something she said on TikTok, she said, this isn't forced. This is coming completely from me. I have faith and I know that my mother would never put something like that on the internet. After announcing that she was taking a break from social media, she said, please no threats, no calls to authorities. Many of her followers and concerned folks on Twitter remain convinced that these videos were not made of Claudia's own accord. Tana Mojo is one of those people going around making videos saying that she'll stop at nothing until Kellyanne is behind bars. It's like, you know what? That girl should mind her own business because she is toxic and problematic and nothing but trouble. And also, I'm not sure why Kellyanne would allow her 16-year-old daughter to converse with Tana because Tana is an adult. And in fact, we're just going to look it up real quick. Too old, I know. How old is Tana? Oh, not how is. Let's see. 21. She's 21. So, yeah, she shouldn't be hanging out with her. She's too old. Okay, where was I at? On January 19th, Claudia posted a series of videos appearing to show Kellyanne shouting, cursing frequently, belittling, and seemingly hitting her daughter. I didn't see her hit her. I saw her just toss something. It looked like paper towels or rags. I'm not sure. I'm not saying that was right. I'm just saying it wasn't her hands or anything heavy. Claudia said she had been recording their fights for years and that these examples were only a handful of many throughout her life. Some of what can be heard in the video, ostensibly Kellyanne speaking to Claudia, F you, BI, if you only knew what people thought of you. And another, she claims, you can't get coronavirus from the president. I didn't hear that one, but during the afternoon of January 20th, Claudia wrote to followers, quote, like, I'm not even kidding. If any of you live in this area, come pick me up, end quote. Under a video of a woman who appears to be Kellyanne explaining to police that she feels unsafe. Claudia has been vocal about her progressive beliefs. We don't care about all that. Immediately, Claudia was heralded by adults on Twitter as a symbol of Gen Z revolution, an American hero, and a better journalist than Bob Woodward. Yet Claudia herself has said that's not the point she hopes people take from her videos. All she wants to do, she says, is show my side of the story. Her side of the story, from what she's shown us, is harrowing. Here is her video titled A COVID Recap with Kelly, which depicts a series of insults and the line, "You're lucky your mom's pro life." Yeah, oh yeah, I remember her saying that. I remember her saying that, but I think it's been taken down. So the full transcript of that video is, "Hey guys, I just wanted to add a little context to what I just posted. I know my words are going to be twisted by the media, but I just want to put it out there. I'm not looking to hate on my mom. I just think it's important to tell my side of the story and my experience. I was just going through some videos. I have hundreds and hundreds of videos just like that, and I thought it was important because as a woman who has such power in this country, I don't think people really know how she is. And it's also a reminder to everybody who is in a similar situation that you're not alone and that, trust me, I get it. In terms of what can be done, there's nothing that can really be done. I've tried everything. My parents are too powerful and nothing happens. I'm probably going to get in a lot of trouble for this. I just want everyone in the world watching this to know that I'm not lying at all. I wouldn't lie about anything like this." She also made several videos afterward, one of which attempts to express how scary it is to put such intimate details on the internet, saying, "Also, I'm extremely scared after posting that, very anxious, don't know what's about to happen. She's probably going to publicly say that she's not abusive and whatnot, but that's kind of what manipulators do and narcissists do. I'm not looking for attention. I'm not looking for anything. I'm just in a situation that's really physically, mentally, and emotionally abusive, and I think it's important that everybody sees that." Another included a message to the media. "And before the media post this, the Daily Mail, the New York Times, whatever, because I know they will, it's just what I'm used to. That was not in any way to bring down my mom. They like to call me a quote unquote rebellious teenager, whatever, who makes up crap, but I'm not. I'm not making up anything. I'm just telling my side of the story." Finally, she revealed that police had shown up at her door when she was alone after the video started going viral. She said she told them she was fine and that they left, and that afterwards she felt guilty, even though I shouldn't. In a reply to one comment, she says, "I'm really scared and it's my mom's birthday, so I feel guilty and invalid even though I shouldn't, and my anxiety is spiraling." These videos, taken without context, seem to be a plea for some kind of help. But according to Claudia, the reality is more complicated. Though she said she knew they would gain media attention, she has openly expressed her dislike of being discussed in the press. She also has made clear several times that she has tried to avoid raising legal accusations against her mother. "This isn't even bad, but I'm not trying to put her in jail," she wrote in one comment. However, she says that she has had experience with the authorities in the past, but they, quote, "they do nothing. She's way too powerful." In a since deleted video, Claudia said that Child Protective Services have interviewed her family and they didn't do crap. Claudia's allegations and the evidence she provides that support them of at best a dysfunctional and difficult family environment and at worst a seemingly abusive one are undoubtedly serious. Yet so is the enormous public pressure of being a 16-year-old who wants to tell her own story while under a media microscope. Though viewers over the past few months have dissected her content and theorized about what it could mean, as we've seen with the other attempts to analyze the behaviors of famous people in crises, our inclination to help can often do more harm than good. As I wrote the last time Claudia made headlines, quote, "We, the audience, have no ability, nor do we have any right, to save or free Claudia from her family situation. But we do have a duty to take her and every other young person's pleas seriously." End quote. At times she seemed to just want to be heard. Claudia still seems to be a teen girl in need of help, but that help will likely not come from even more public attention. It's possible that we can both believe her accounts of what her relationship is like with her mother in the height of their own conflict, and also believe her when she begs for a break from the spotlight. I agree. So it seems like a pretty toxic environment, and that happens. I mean, sometimes that happens with families. It just does. Um, but the biggest question is, her being investigated for the post of the topless photo of her daughter. Um, Claudia does say about that. Apparently, that's real, and here's what I guess happened. The picture's from months ago, and I'm assuming that when my mom took my phone, anytime she's taken it, because she takes it all the time, she took a picture of that, so that was on her phone. And I guess she accidentally posted it, or somebody hacked her. But nobody would ever have any photo like that ever. So, Kellyanne, you're going to effing jail. Um, I'm pretty sure that that quote, so Kellyanne, you're going to effing jail, is not Claudia's quote, but Tana Mojo's quote, and that they combined the two. I'm almost positive. So that's weird. I think that they maliciously did that. I don't know. That's a little weird. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's still an investigation. I have no idea. Um, but that's what's going on. And my thing is, did anybody else know that this was happening with Kellyanne and her daughter? Because I had no idea. And they acted on this video like it was like such a huge media thing, and I've never heard of it. So, the last article that was talking about Claudia pushing for emancipation. This is also from MSN, and um, now this is from August of 2020. So this was when she was 15. She tried to push for it. She said, quote, "I'm officially pushing for emancipation. Buckle up because this is probably going to be public one way or another, unfortunately. Welcome to my life. Y'all love to twist everything," she wrote. "I'm not getting emancipated because of my mom's job. It is because of years of childhood trauma and abuse." Um, I was trying to read these in chronological order, and this one just slipped past me. This would should have been the one that I read first. Um, Already tired of the "she's 15" as an excuse for punishment or retribution for speaking out against one's parents. I was emancipated when I was 15. Parents can be unfit without being physically abusive. Let a judge decide. And this is from a Twitter user, Hiwatt. Um, Emancipation is designed to give minors a path to take over their own legal decision making before age 18 in cases such as abuse or mistreatment. The laws and requirements for emancipation vary by state. For example, in some states, emancipation is available at age 14, while others, the minimum age is 16. Often, judges look for proof that you can live on your own, have your own financial resources, and are ready to take on the responsibility for your own care. For those who grow up in a toxic or abusive environment, the decision to emancipate or even later distance yourself from the parents can still be a difficult route, but it can be necessary. Um, Another tweet. In a video posted to TikTok, Claudia said she wants to officially start the emancipation process in October when she turns 16 and has been in contact with some pro bono lawyers. Claudia also shared on Twitter she was taking a social media break for her mental health. This is becoming way too much, so I'm taking a mental health break from social media. See y'all soon. Thank you for the love and support. No hate to my parents, please. Kellyanne and George Conway announced their plans to step down from their roles on Monday. Kellyanne will transition from the White House. Okay, that doesn't matter because that's in the past. George Conway said, "So I'm withdrawing from at Project Lincoln." Oh, he's one of those people. Oh no. To devote more time to family matters, and I'll be taking a Twitter hiatus. Needless to say, I continue to support the Lincoln Project and its mission passionately. Oh, wow. This whole family's just dysfunctional. The only thing Kellyanne had going for her is that she supported Trump. But you've got the Lincoln Project. weirdos, and you've got a daughter who's going through traumatic issues and just wants a normal life, and I can't imagine the fighting and the home life environment on top of media and just the stress of all of that. But also, you got to remember, she intentionally put herself out there on TikTok, and had she not done that, media and everybody would not know about this. She could have gone in private to speak with someone about emancipating herself. She didn't have to air it all out on TikTok and social media. You don't have to do that. There were other avenues, and that might be why people kind of like are iffy on whether they believe her or not, because you're posting on social media, you are sitting there getting yelled at or fighting, or you've got a friend on FaceTime that's recording with their phone on the other end. You've got all this stuff going on, and if you were truly scared or really had an issue, and I'm not saying that she's not truly scared or doesn't have an issue, I'm just saying some people could see it that way. That if you got all the time to do all that, you've got the time to go privately to speak to someone and get yourself out of that situation if it's as bad as you claim and you have proof of it. You can record proof without posting it on social media. That's all I'm saying. But I'd like to know who else knew about this. I really would like to know. And I'd like to know what y'all think. Should she have kept it off of social media and just handled it privately? Maybe gone to a trusted family member or a friend and done this, i- outside of social media to get something done? Does it look like more attention seeking because she threw it all up on social media? I'm curious what you guys think. So, go check out my Facebook. I am having to say my goodbyes. I'm sorry I'm rushing this, but I do appreciate the support. Go check out my Facebook. Lauren Collins, I just got to say something. You can find me also, the podcast, on Anchor, Spotify, Pandora, Google. There's so many, Stitcher. I can't think of them all. You can email me, gotta say something 21 at gmail.com. And I have a subreddit, just gotta say something. You can go join me on there. It's a lot of fun. I promise you. And like and subscribe, please. I'm doing everything I can to start this channel off properly. I know that my videos are rough and I'm just learning, and I'm self-teaching, okay? I am not tech savvy, but I do appreciate the support. And it would mean a lot to me if you would like and subscribe and share. Share it. Do that too. Please. Anyways, I hope you'll have a great rest of your day, and I will see you back here on Friday. God bless.